Hey, Bolt Up Nation, are you ready for a wave of news that's going to shake every single Chargers fan to the core? Because today's not a chill recap. This one hits deep. We've got ghosts from the past knocking on the door, a front office move that's splitting the fan base down the middle, and a big-name temptation that might look shiny. But is it really worth it? The draft brought fresh blood, but could the answer actually be in someone we already know? Are we building toward the Super Bowl? Or are we setting ourselves up for another letdown? Stick around, because we're about to dive into some hot takes, real talk, and a firestorm of opinions. Let's start with something that might seem small on the surface, but could have real impact down the line. Remember this guy? Short Chargers stint, solid production, then disappeared off the radar. Yep, we're talking about Gerald Everett. Word is, he might be coming back. Now I get it. This isn't Keenan Allen coming through the door, but this move might actually be smarter than people think. Bolt Beat tossed out a theory that makes sense. With the tight end market bone dry and rookie Oronde Gadsden now in the mix, bringing back a vet who already knows the system, already has chemistry with Herbert, and won't cost much. It's low risk, high upside. Let's not forget, in 2 years with us, Everett put up 109 catches, 966 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Not Pro Bowl numbers, but real value. In 2022 especially, when Parham was down, Everett stepped up, 58 catches, 555 yards, and 4 scores. He was clutch when we needed stability. Sure, last season with the Bears was rough, 8 catches for 36 yards total. But does one bad year in a broken system with a shaky QB define his whole game? Or was it just the wrong fit at the wrong time? Context matters. Everett clicked with Herbert. He ran good routes, had solid timing, found space in the red zone, and moved like a big-bodied receiver. That's the kind of tight end that fits perfectly into the attack Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman are cooking up. Now let's talk about where we're really at. Hunter Henry's gone. Parham's still a question mark physically. Gadsden's promising, but green. We need someone who can step in today and know what's up without having to learn on the fly. That's where Everett makes sense, as a plan B or even plan C. And the big question, if he's that useful, why hasn't anyone else signed him? Simple. Teams want flashy names. But the Chargers, we've always found value in guys flying under the radar. Remember Mike Williams' injuries and how we found depth? Or how Eckler rose up? Even Everett the first time around. This is what we do. Revive careers with real potential. So if we can bring him in cheap, non-guaranteed, what's the risk? If he hits, awesome. If not, no harm done. In a post-draft roster with a lot of new faces, having a vet who knows the playbook could be critical, not just for production, but to help bring the rookies up to speed. What do you think? Would Everett be the missing link to help this offense take off? Or should we go all in on the new guys and let the past stay in the past? While we're debating Everett, let's switch gears, because this next one's got fans fired up, and not in a good way. Chargers fans are calling out the front office big time, but not for something they did, for something they didn't do. The offseason started with high hopes, but now the vibe feels like, wait, that's it? One of the biggest head-scratchers? The center position. ESPN's Aaron Schatz didn't hold back. The Chargers' biggest problem is at center. And he's not wrong. After signing Andre James, the team doubled down and re-signed Bradley Bozeman. Wait, Bozeman? The same guy fans were ready to drive to LAX themselves? Let's look at 2024. Bozeman ranked 29th out of 33 qualifying centers with a 92% pass block win rate. Not rock bottom, but nowhere near elite. Still, the team brought him back on a 2-year deal and added James. What's the plan here? Is it a legit battle for the starting job? Are they just covering their bases? Because honestly, if you've got cap space and a middle-of-the-road center, you go out and upgrade. You don't lock in more mediocrity. James, at least, brings leadership and decent performance. So why commit to Bozeman again? Is it just for depth? Maybe. The deal does have an out after 1 year, but still, it's money on a guy who may not even be on the roster next season. Here's the deeper concern. The interior O-line was a huge issue last year. Herbert got hammered constantly. The pocket collapsed early. Drives stalled. So if we knew this was a problem back in January, why didn't we fix it in a big way? Yeah, we drafted some new guys, but we're heading into 2025 with the same core that couldn't hold the line last year. That's a real concern. So, let me ask you, are the Chargers playing to win or just playing it safe? Because if we're not willing to make bold changes, we could be looking at another rinse and repeat season with the same frustrations. Let's shift again. This one's juicy. Big name, big hype, big question mark. Jadeveon Clowney. Yep, the 2014 #1 pick just got released by the Panthers, and immediately the rumors started flying. Could the Chargers go after him? It sounds tempting. We lost Bosa. Our edge pressure dipped. And Clowney, despite his ups and downs, still brings experience, presence, and playoff history. But let's pump the brakes. Jason Reed from Bolt Beat nailed it. The Chargers shouldn't pursue Clowney. And honestly, he's got a point. Clowney's never hit double-digit sacks in a season. Not once. Last year he put up 5 with Carolina. Solid? Sure, but not game-changing. He's strong, decent against the run, but he's lost a step. The burst just isn't there anymore. And here's the kicker. We already have young talent in the building. Tuli Tuipulotu blew up in 2024. 42 tackles, 5 sacks, and a whole lot of heart. The dude's just getting started and has star potential. Then there's Kyle Kennard, our 4th rounder. Sneaky good pick. Could be one of those guys who outplays his draft slot and becomes a key piece. So if we've got these two lined up and ready, why block their path? Sure, Clowney could be a depth piece, but do you pay veteran money to someone who might slow down your future stars? That's risky. And don't forget the philosophy shift under GM Joe Ortiz. This offseason's been about smart moves, not flashy splurges. Signing Clowney would go against that grain and potentially mess with the long game. So be honest. Would you take a chance on Clowney? Or would you rather bet on the guys we're already building up? All right, Bolt fam, we're at a crossroads. Bring Everett back? Chase Clowney? Double down on youth? Every move from here on out shapes the rest of our season. The pressure's real, but the belief has to be stronger. Being a Chargers fan ain't for the faint of heart, but that's what makes us ride or die. Drop your take in the comments, like the video, and smash that bell. We're not just watching a team, we're part of the story. And this season, it's just getting started.